What is up, guys? Gamer here, and today I'm bringing you guys episode 14 of my Madden 16 Fantasy Draft franchise. In today's episode, we'll be taking on the Minnesota Vikings, but before we get into that game, I know I haven't shown you guys much of what's going on around the league, so real quick, right there is a look at the standings. You see we're about 3 games up on the next team, which will be the 49ers, so it's looking very good. Our playoff hopes are looking very high unless we somehow finish terribly this season, which is not what I expect to happen, but either way, here is also a look at some of the annual awards that are going on right now, and Jameis Winston is in first place for MVP. Now that's a really good look. I don't think he's having the greatest season, as right there you can see his stats. 18 interceptions is a little bit high, but still the polls are saying that he's the #1 choice for MVP at this point in the season, and they're saying that Odell Beckham's actually 5th. I can see that, although he is a receiver. If you see his stats, they're pretty nice. He's got about 14 touchdowns going in this game and close to 1,200 yards or something like that. But either way, we're going to get the running game established here early on with Jamal Charles running to the right side. This time we're going to try a passing play. We're going to look to the left side, but once again get the ball into the hands of our running back. This time it's going to be Michael, our backup. And if you guys remember in last week's game, Michael had some big plays off that screen, and that trend is going to continue in this game. It's right there. He's going to get about 20 yards on that screen play. Don't know what it is about him in the open field, but he always seems to do a lot of good things when I give him some open space. And then right here, we're going to get a nice throw over to Emmanuel Sanders. I actually, if you guys remember, was considering trading him earlier on in this series for a guy like, or when I was doing those Patrick Peterson and Jamal Charles's trades, I was intending on trading Emmanuel Sanders for somebody else too. And recently, I'm pretty glad I didn't, because he's really starting to step up. And pretty early on in the season, he was looking like kind of a weak piece on the team. But recently, he has really started to step up now that I'm figuring out routes that work better for him. But either way, we're back here on defense, and we're going to try to get the sack, but we miss it by just about half a second. And because of that, they're going to be able to get a nice play over to the right side of the field. So we're going to continue here on defense. Once again, I'm going to run that free safety blitz. You see me bringing the free safety in. It doesn't seem to phase the quarterback, though, as he still gets plenty of time in the pocket to throw it to a guy over on the right side, but he gets cracked by Cam Chancellor. And no, that's Patrick Peterson who cracked him. I did not think Patrick Peterson could hit like that, so I only assumed it was Cam Chancellor. But with a big hit like that, there's no way you can expect the guy to hold onto the ball. And guess what? He did let go of it, and because of that, it is going to be our possession once again, as that fumble is going to cost them that possession. So something we need to discuss is this team is very, very bad in terms of turnovers. They always seem to turn over the ball in the red zone, and you'll see this be kind of like a constant trend throughout the game. Is right here. We get a nice pass over to Odell on the left side of the field, but multiple times they'll move within the red zone, and they're going to actually end up getting stopped just because of dumb turnovers. And I don't mean to spoil it, but just pay close attention to how this game plays out for them. And yeah, just that's what I wanted to tell you guys about. So here we go. We're going to move out, scramble to the right side, and we're going to see Jamal Charles cutting upfield, get about 7 yards on that one. So it's going to be 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line. We're really just trying to work our way in the end zone. You see we got a flag on the play. We're going to throw a touchdown to Emmanuel Sanders. The good news is the flag was not called on us. It's actually a defensive holding, and because of that, the touchdown will stand, and we're going to go up 10-0, moving on into the second quarter. So Joe Flacco's going to throw the ball over the middle here. And I don't know what I was thinking here trying to dive for him, but they're not going to stay off the board for much longer, as on their first play of their drive, they are going to throw a touchdown pass, a big touchdown pass to, oh man, I can't remember. I think that's Brandon LaFell. That's who it was. That was their touchdown pass. That's who just got the touchdown. And right here, I'm not going to start off any better, as on my first play of my offensive drive, I'm actually going to throw an interception to their safety. So a pretty bad series of events right there. Not only do I give up the touchdown on a big play, but I'm also going to throw the interception, so they have a chance to get back in this game. Luckily for me, that doesn't last very long, as Patrick Peterson, not only did he get a forced fumble, but he's also going to get an interception here now. And this interception would not have happened without the help of a great play by Cam Chancellor. He's going to get up in the air. You see he's going to poke the ball loose out of Brandon LaFell's hands pretty early on. And Patrick Peterson, with the crazy amount of speed and explosiveness that he has, is going to manage to catch up to the safety and the ball in time to actually pick it up off the ground and get an interception. And our big plays like that, we're going to try to get some momentum, and we're going to get a big play right here by throwing a bomb to Odell. I saw him on one-on-one coverage. I had to exploit it, and because of that big catch, I'm going to try another play over to him, and he's going to catch it in the end zone, and that will be his first touchdown of the game, I believe. So that's his 12th receiving touchdown of the year, I think it just said. So beautiful play by him. Right here, though, they're going to get the curl pass, and I don't know what it is, but Patrick Peterson's not very good on those curl routes. He has a tough time covering those. And they're going to get a nice play over here. I don't know how Cam Chancellor lost the guy, but right there, they're gonna just kind of lob it right over his head. Great throw, really, by Joe Flacco, and great read by him to determine what type of pass to do. But either way, we're going to get back here on defense. Looks like they're going to try a running play, but it's actually going to be a play action. So we're looking closely. We're trying to get the sack, but it doesn't matter because he's going to throw it straight to my defense's hands. I don't know what happened there, but like I said, this team consistently throws the ball or throws their red zone chances away. I don't know what it was about Joe Flacco, but he kept making big mistakes in the red zone. So once again, like I said, we like to get our running backs in the open field. We're going to give Jamal Charles a chance in the open field with that HP screen. He's going to shrug off a few tacklers and get about 15 yards on that one. This time we're scrambling out right. We're looking at our R1. I believe that's Jamal Charles in the game still. And look at this lob pass right in between the two defenders. Because of that, he's going to get tons of open space. I'm surprised Jamal Charles did not turn on the wheels right there and actually start speeding up down the lane. But because of that, we're able to move into field goal range and knock home a field goal before halftime ends. Because of that, we're going to take a 20-7 lead going into the third quarter. Now, things stay kind of anticlimactic, I should say, or can say, because there's not a whole lot of scoring from this point on. Now, therefore, because of that, you're going to see a lot of skipping around throughout the game. Right here, the Vikings are going to try to put together a drive of their own to try to get back in this game, try to get back within one possession. So you see right here, it's going to throw a pass over to the right side to Brandon LaFell. You see he's having a big game, 3 receptions, 102 yards. The majority of his game is just coming off that huge 85-yard catch he had earlier in the game. And right here, we're going to stuff that read option out, but they're not going to go out without a fight. They're going to look over to, let's see, they're going to look over to the right side of the field, and they're going to throw it to my player once again. So once again, that will be an interception in the red zone. I don't know what it is about Joe Flacco, but if he had just taken the field goals on those 2 possessions he threw an interception, the score would be 20-13 right now, and they would be within 1 possession. But thank God he did not. As right here, we're going to throw a bomb over to the left side of the field to Odell Beckham. I threw it completely across the field, and that's usually something I'd never tell people to do, but luckily for me in that situation, it worked out. So right here, we're going to try a big play. You see we're going to run that 4 verticals. We're looking over the middle. We see a circle, and look at Odell with a one-handed catch. He just cannot stop. If you saw his catch in real life the other day, that catch was super impressive too, so I recommend you guys check that out. It should be on the NFL YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure they uploaded it there. But I'm going to continuously try to throw it to Odell. On that play, for some reason, he tried to cut up field. I don't know if I clicked on him too early or what happened there. But we're going to end up throwing an interception because of that. So moving on, we still remain with only a 20-7 lead. And they're going to start trying to bring themselves back in this game. But Joe Flacco is just preventing them from having any chance of that, as he's going to throw another pick, this time to my linebacker. And at this point, it's kind of funny because he just can't win this time. I mean, he just threw so many interceptions, and they just didn't have a chance. You see, I'm going to move on to the end of the game. With all the interceptions he threw, they just kind of knocked themselves out of the game. Primarily, I think Joe Flacco finished the game with 4 interceptions, and with that type of turnover ratio, you just can't win the game. Not only that, but we did also get a fumble with Pat P. So in total, I believe they had 5 turnovers. And that's a huge turnover ratio. So because of that, we're actually going to walk out here with a win. Primarily, we won that game because of the big plays by our defense. So credit goes to them. And without further ado, that's basically all I have to say. You guys will just see the end cutscenes. So you'll see the final stats right here. But outside of that, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Comment your opinion on the series and tell me what I can do to make it more interesting. Also, like the video if you enjoyed, and last but not least, subscribe if you haven't already to stay tuned to this series and other series I got going on my channel. Thank you guys so much for everything, just staying tuned to the series and just staying so supportive. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.